Alright guys, welcome back to another tip of the trip with Final Cast Outdoors. This week we're going to cover a tip, actually we're going to cover two tips of what we were doing at Lake Fork when we were Carolina rigging, as y'all saw in our Lake Fork video. Colby's going to tell you a tip about our rods that we had going on this week.
Yeah, so what we were doing is we had two different rods. Cameron was using a 7-foot heavy action rod and I was using a 7'6" flipping stick. And so the tip of the trip is you can get by with a certain rod like a flipping stick and double it up and use it for something like Carolina rigging and still get by just fine with it. One thing I did is I made sure to back up off the drag a little bit because you don't want to set the hook too hard and snap your leader off. But it worked just fine, and you can see right here it says flipping stick, so that's what we use, and it worked really good.
Another thing that just right there tells you that you don't need a special rod for every technique. Not everyone can go out and buy all the expensive rods and reels that the pros can use. All you need is what works. I mean, this right here is not designed for Carolina rigging, either one of them, but we used it and it worked just fine. But another tip is what we did with our leader. We were throwing 17-pound mainline fluorocarbon and then tied to about a 17-inch leader, but that leader was 15-pound fluorocarbon tied to our owner rigging hook onto our Final Cast fluke. The reason is that if you do get snagged up, which is going to happen throwing on rock or brush down deep, when you pull up, you don't want to break your tungsten or your lead weight, all your swivel off, and lose everything you have. Throwing that lighter pound leader, you'll break off your leader and just your hook and your fluke or your bait of choice, and you'll still come up with your weight and your swivel, which will save you a lot in the run because tungsten is not cheap. So we hope this helps you if you Carolina rig this year, and hope that you stay tuned and keep watching Final Cast Outdoors. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram at Final Cast Outdoors. Also on the Texas Fishing Forum if y'all are on there. Don't forget to comment and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.